Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Mhurst90, aka WeskerBot3000, responding to Magus's discussions on what was the best final boss fight you personally experienced. And is this thing even recording? Okay, apparently it is. Sorry about that. Yeah. Alright, focus. Okay. The first one I have to bring up was facing off against Colonel Raddick at the end of Killzone 2. Now, we all know that Killzone 2 in itself was an uphill battle just to beat the damn game, even on the easiest difficulty the moment you started it. Oh, excuse me. Anyhow, like, just the fact that you had, just the whole fact that the whole boss fight, if you speed through it, can take up to just under a half hour. But it was just grueling. I mean, wave after wave after wave of hell-gassed infantry, and then Rag himself, with his stealth generator and whatnot, and his chunky machine gun of death. And then if you got close enough to him, you can actually knife fight with him, which I thought was probably badass. Okay, moving on. Next would have to be Nyx from Persona 3. Because, well, for one, you pretty much, postponed the apocalypse. Anyhow, but what personally made that boss fight awesome for me was the music that was playing in the background. Now, later I should probably upload it to show you what I'm talking about, but dear God, it was just like a mix of, on paper it sounds like one giant clusterfuck. Opera mixed with, metal instrumentals. But it was pulled off. It was just like, whoa. This is a song you can definitely kick some ass to. Okay, just making sure this thing's working properly. Anyhow, my next favorite boss fight would have to be the fight with Izanami at the end of Persona 4. Because, for one, that boss fight was, in itself, 4 parts long. First you fought up against, the guy who was behind all the killings. I'm not gonna spoil that one for you if you haven't beat it. Then you have to fight this thing that looks like the Death Star with eyeballs all over it. And then if you played your cards right and did everything the proper way, you would fight off against Izanami in her normal form, and then you would fight up against her in her true form, which is like this really demented looking thing. Like all these arms, and she's all maggoty and corpsey looking. It really gives you this sense of goddamn. And last but not least, some of you might not even know that this game exists, but the final boss fight in Robotech Battlecry. Yes, I know, Magus, Robotech is a bastardization of Super Dimension Fortress Macross, but fuck you. I thought Robotech Battlecry was actually good. But the reason why that boss fight stands out to me above all things is because, it wasn't a martyr thing like the end of Persona 3. It was merely, you've pissed me off, pal. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm probably not gonna come out alive, but what the hell, as long as I take you with me. And he did. And what was his name? Yeah, Jack. Yeah, and Jack died because his ship got banged up pretty bad and life support was failing, and wow, it was just probably one of the most tear-jerking moments in gaming history, if you ask me. With that said, peace.